Golden here, and welcome back to another Fortnite Mobile video. Today, in this video, I'm going to be going over my list of the top 10 Fortnite Mobile iPhone HUDs. Now, I'm constantly getting people asking me for good HUDs to use since, of course, HUDs are one of the most important aspects in Fortnite Mobile, and if you have a bad HUD, you're likely not going to play well. I've done multiple videos on the best HUDs in the past, however, we've never really dedicated a HUD video to one device versus another, so I decided we would do that in today's video. So today, I'm going to be going over, in my opinion, the top 10 HUDs for Fortnite Mobile. Now, I would definitely not recommend completely copying these players' HUDs since most likely they aren't going to completely fit you. However, I do definitely recommend using these HUDs kind of as like a base for your HUD. Also, my opinion might be completely different from yours, so my 10th favorite iPhone HUD could easily be your favorite, so I would not recommend like skipping straight to number 1, 2, and 3. But anyways, if you do actually want more Fortnite Mobile content like this, if you do play Fortnite Mobile, if you're watching this and you play Fortnite Mobile, you have to go drop a sub because I'm going to be helping you out with more videos like this one that will basically help you improve your gameplay. And I also do a lot of news videos so you can actually keep up to date with what's actually going on with the game you play, Fortnite Mobile. Also, next time you're in Fortnite, make sure to quickly type in code GOLDEN to support what I do for you guys. But without any further ado, you guys of course know I do not want to waste your guys' time. So sit back, grab something to eat, relax, and enjoy the best HUDs. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Portal on mobile. On this list, my goal is to have a lot of diverse HUDs, and Portals perfectly fit this. Portal actually plays 2-finger on an iPhone SE, which is absolutely insane. Because he plays 2-finger, his HUD is very simple and easy to learn, which is why I wanted to put him on the list. And also, I know there's a lot of 2-finger iPhone players out there, so if you're looking for a 2-finger HUD, I would definitely recommend Portal's HUD. His HUD also has a lot of space, and most of the buttons are on the side of the screen, which definitely helps with visibility, and it just overall makes it easier to play. So overall, definitely a great HUD coming from Portal. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have JMSC. JMSC's HUD is a 4-finger HUD and is definitely very well built. The reason I like his HUD is because he actually put the important buttons towards where your thumbs are. And since your thumbs are often the most comfortable fingers to use, this can definitely make it a lot easier to play Fortnite Mobile. I also really like how your left pointer finger only has to control 2 buttons, which definitely makes this HUD a perfect transition HUD. So if you've been thinking about switching from 2 fingers to 4, this would definitely be a very good HUD for you. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we got Vibes. Vibes is easily one of the best iPhone players, which of course makes his HUD pretty good. This HUD was broken up really well, having the right side of the screen with the buttons and the left side of the screen completely focused on your inventory. This makes it so the left side of the screen is easy to use and doesn't really require much movement, while the right side of your screen is for all the buttons. So overall, if you're looking for a nice, organized, split up HUD, I would definitely recommend Vibes. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we got my boy Flood. I recently found out about Flood and he is absolutely insane. He uses a 4-finger HUD as well and is known to be one of the fastest Fortnite Mobile editors. And his HUD was just very interesting to me because he actually has 2 buttons at the top which are half off the screen. So if you do actually want this HUD, just keep in mind you'll have to have your fingers at the top of the screen a lot, which could definitely be an issue for some people. Flood's buttons are also very close together, which can be good if you don't like moving your fingers a lot, but can also be bad due to mistapping. But I definitely recommend you all go try out Flood's HUD. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we got the man himself, Void. I knew I had to put Void's HUD on the list because it's honestly very similar to an iPad player's HUD. And everyone knows that, at least in terms of competitive, iPad players naturally do better, so to make a HUD similar to an iPad player's, I think it's definitely a good HUD to try. Also, this HUD is almost impossible to mistap with since the buttons are just overall super spread out. And especially if you're trying to transition from iPad to phone for whatever reason, this could definitely be a great HUD for you. halfway through the list, we got number 5, Caden. Caden unfortunately recently switched to iPad. However, when he was on phone, this guy was insane. His HUD is very unique in my opinion, since it's actually a 6-finger iPhone HUD. And to fit 6 fingers on a phone, that's just crazy to me. Most of the HUD is covered in the build and inventory buttons, and if you guys are looking to use this HUD, I would highly recommend moving these buttons around to your liking, since you might not like the setup. But after you do that, this should be a very, very easy to use HUD. Caden was also one of the fastest editors, so if you're trying to get better at editing, this is definitely worth giving a shot. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we got Genos. Genos is definitely one of the best iPhone players and is absolutely insane at building. Also, for an iPhone HUD, there's surprisingly a ton of visibility still. And I also like how he has all the inventory and building stuff in the top left, since it allows you to control the building with just one finger. And just the spacing of the HUD is just absolutely beautiful. I really like it because you can still see like 90% of your screen. So if you're looking for a HUD that still allows you to see more of your screen, I would highly recommend this HUD. Coming into the top 3, we have the man himself, Tactic Tac. I'm sure you all know who Tactic is at this point, and I knew I had to put Tactic number 3 since he's absolutely cracked. His HUD requires the same amount of work for your fingers on your left hand and right hand, which keeps your fingers busy, which is definitely good. And with HUDs, it's important to have your fingers moving as much as possible, which is why I really liked his HUD. Keep in mind, this HUD only requires 4 fingers as well, which I know a lot of people like, so I ended up putting this HUD number 3 on my list. Coming in at the number 2 spot, so close to number 1, getting 2nd place, we got Blanket. For those of you who don't know who Blanket is the number 1 earning iPhone player with, I believe, around $8,000 earnings. Meaning this dude is absolutely cracked at competitive. Now, most of the other HUDs on this list have been just focused on building. However, if you're looking for a HUD that isn't just good for building, but overall just movement and such, I would highly, highly recommend Blanket's HUD. I mean, just looking at his HUD, it's just way more organized compared to the other HUDs, and it was very, very close between 2nd and 1st place, but I decided to give Blanket 2nd, but just keep in mind he could definitely be 1st. But anyways, if you're looking for a HUD to potentially get you more earnings, I would recommend using his HUD. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, coming in at the number 1 iPhone HUD, in my opinion, BH Lynx. A little bit ago, unfortunately, Lynx switched to iPad, but when he played on his phone, he was absolutely insane. Interesting enough, he actually played with motion sensitivity, which means he had to move his phone to look around, sort of like virtual reality, which is what makes him such a unique player. In terms of his HUD, I really liked where he put the buttons and how he kept the important buttons closest to his fingers and the not so important buttons farther away. It definitely made this HUD higher on the list for me. And the build buttons and edit buttons being so close together definitely can be useful if you're trying to get better at building and editing. And I think it's safe to say Lynx was one of, if not the best iPhone player, and is insane at building and editing. So if you're looking to try to get better at building / editing, I would highly, highly recommend you try out Lynx's HUD. But anyways, guys, that's my list of the top 10 iPhone HUDs. Be sure to let me know which one was your favorite down below. And also, if you enjoyed today's video and want tips and tricks to improve your Fortnite mobile experience, consider subscribing with those post notifications on before you leave. And also, before you click off this video to take another path down YouTube's endless videos, please consider dropping a quick like down below. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, you gotta go drop a like. And also, if this video gets 3,000 likes, I will make a top 10 iPad HUDs. And if you want to support what I do for you guys, a reminder, you can use code GOLDEN before every single purchase in the Fortnite item shop. And if you want even more content from me, consider also dropping a sub to my streaming channel, Golden Streams. You can follow all my socials with the links down below. But either way, This has been Golden. Do with this information as you will, and I will see you all in the next one. Acai.